I'm Carlos. I play guitar and drums, and I sing vocals.
I'm Dave, and I play piano and guitar.
Elisha, I play bass, I sing, play guitar, and shaker.
Cameron, I play the drums, the bass, and I sing one time.
One time.
One more time. Well, last April we played a worship set at this church I used to go to, and we really liked the way it sounded, and I think Dave was actually playing the acoustic guitar and singing, and Carlos was playing the guitar, Leo played the bass, I played the drums, and we liked the way it sounded, so we went back to Dave's house a couple days later, and just in his living room, we played a few songs, and ended up writing. We just jammed out actually. We ended up writing our first 2 songs ever, and so we thought maybe it could go somewhere, and so we just kept going with it.
Comes from this verse in the Bible called Joel chapter 2. It's actually on our t-shirts. It just speaks about the end of the age and the coming change and what we believe is now. So this name has a lot of meaning for us, and we didn't completely agree on it to begin with. Cameron even said I'd never be in a band called Holy Mountain, and after a while it was just like it just stuck. Yeah. We went through so many names, and finally this one was the one that just stuck, and I think we all kind of love it now.
And I still don't care.
Yeah,
That's Dave's opinion on everything. We're Christians in a band. That label and just the word Christian itself is just, it's so misused and stuff, but believe in God, believe in the Bible, we make music, we write about it because it's the most important thing in our lives, but we're not playing at a church every Sunday night or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing at a church, but it's just not, you know.
playing music.
We're just dudes playing music that happen to be Christians and love the Lord. Amen. Amen. Alright, let's have a moment of prayer. Simple but big. Simple but
Post-rock with a heavy twist.
Yeah.
hit you in the face.
Kind of old,
Hit you in the face and then pet your butt.
I think you just invented a whole new genre.
I would say there's definitely a very strong post-rock feel to it, but we don't only come from that. And so you can pick up on that here and there in most of our songs, but there's definitely influences from other people that do not play post-rock. And so it's interesting.
Neil Young, the big one for me at least, especially with my guitar playing.
Cigaros, Appleseed Cast, Beatles.
Mogwai, American football. I mean, just like a full collaboration of all the things we listened to growing up. Even from like bossa nova to classical music, it's, you know, Carlos and I grew up with a ton of bossa nova and classical music. You know, Dave was a classically trained musician, and I have no idea what Cameron was as a kid, even though I was around all the
Celine
time.
Dion. NSYNC, I remember that.
That was Christian.
Oh, yeah. We were loving that NSYNC season.
Yeah, that was a good one.
One of us brings an idea, and everyone just layers on that idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nothing more than maybe 2 or 3 chords.
Carlos and Leo have been writing songs for a long time, and they literally have probably hundreds of songs they've written, and then Dave writes the most killer song I've ever heard, about one every 6 months.
Yeah,
and so we go from it, and yeah, they bring an idea, or I'd say about 75% of our songs had some sort of like context to it before it was brought to practice, then we go off it, and about the other 25% were just written while we were jamming during a practice session.
Yeah,
Does
we've
that
had
fair?
a couple songs that just happen when we're just hanging out and jamming, but for the most part it's somebody brings an idea, but it never turns out the way we think at first, because we do a voting system, and if three people like a part, then it stays, even if the person who wrote it doesn't.
Yeah.
We feel things out a lot. It makes it a lot of fun. Like writing songs is one of the best parts about our practice. So we sit there and we just start playing. Sometimes we play like 10, 15 minutes without even speaking and just trying to figure things out. And I mean, it's a blast.
It kind of stinks that we have to keep playing a set because I feel like we could write a new set about every week. So.
And we've been when we're writing a song, we'll sit and play that song for 4 or 5 hours straight, and then the next practice just pick up and play that song again, and just abandon our other songs and just kill it over and over until like we've picked apart every, change just that note here, just that little tiny part until we can we just try to master the song, and it's always kind of a working process, but
Sometimes I struggle with weird rhythms and weird beats
I'm there with you now.
and stuff like that that some of these guys throw out there, but I don't know. I think since we all come from such different musical backgrounds, it's a fun balance.
yeah, like even me and Leo, who are brothers, we have probably the opposite idea of what we think is good in music for the most part, but somehow it works together when we write it together. But we have pretty much the opposite idea on every aspect of life.
We like a lot of the same music, but for completely different reasons.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's just really funny to compare why he likes. If you pick a band that we both like, and I will give you absolutely completely different reasons why I like it versus him. That shows through a lot, and that affects a lot of our writing. I think mine and his relationship, in a weird way, really affects our music.
We've been friends for so long. I mean, Leo's been my brother my whole life. Cameron has been my best friend since 4th grade, and I mean, he met Leo at the same time. Dave went to high school with Cameron, and we met him back then. We didn't hang out as much, but it just goes so far back. And
now Dave and Leo and I all live together. And Carlos is married and lives 2 blocks away.
yeah, we just
His wife Jackie's one of our best friends. We're always around each other. We're pretty much inseparable. And so, with that comes, annoyances, and we do get on each other's nerves. But it's so small compared to the love we have for each other, and it's just such a minor thing. We're all, I know.
We're family.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, we're family. We are.
Lately, I mean, we've been surprised at just like the connectivity between the two scenes recently. It seems like when one scene in one city is kind of dropping, the other one goes up, and then they help bring the other one down. I've been here for 15, 16 years now, around the area, Kansas City and Lawrence. Gone back a lot, and it's really interesting to just see that dynamic. I think they're a lot more interconnected than some people believe, and we've received a lot of help from bands in Lawrence and vice versa. It's been pretty cool to just meet people and people you barely know, go out every way just to help because they like your music, and they help you out, and in return you want to help them out because you like their music and you like the person, and it's cool. I think we have such a unique geographical location, being that there are 2 remarkably different music scenes very close to each other, and they really help each other.
They're both really good music scenes too.
Yeah.
So,
And the cool thing that we found out has been, one of our friends brought it up, was that in the music industry, which can be such a cutthroat, make or break, and kind of have to fight for yourself type industry, there's really a lot of unity within the Kansas City music scene, and also the Lawrence music scene. I mean, we've met the guys from some of the bands around here, just met them in passing, and they've been so friendly and so genuine, and it's really remarkable just how much everyone wants to see everyone else succeed.
we're just writing, and we're trying to make our sound better and fuller and more in your face, and we're just having fun.
Yeah.
And look out for our smiles.
For your smile.
We got a lot of
We got some blinding smiles.